What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And today I'm going to come to you with a new video. Basically another tip that I've acquired over the last couple of days from somebody that I actually follow on Instagram. The person, his name is Jumpman Bostic, B-O-S-T-I-C, Jumpman Bostic. And this person that I follow has roughly about 1,400 shoes in their collection. So they have a pretty extensive collection, and they have a lot of shoes over the last few decades of just stuff that they've collected. Basically a lot of different Jordans and stuff like that that have been out of circulation for a while now. So the ones he has are the ones that came out back then that he's still wearing. They're still in good condition and stuff like that. They're still in great shape. So one of the things that he recommended that you do, that I'm actually going to start doing myself, is in order to prevent oxidation on your shoes, or in layman's terms, the yellowing that your shoes get over time, the way to combat that, or to keep that from happening a lot less and over the years, is to wrap your shoes in towels. So if you look at a couple pair of shoes that I have, you can see that some of my shoes have already started the yellowing process, but then some of them are still icy white as they came when they first were manufactured. So as you can see with my Jordan 6 Carmines, you can see the yellowing happening on the icy part. So this part of the shoe, when it was manufactured, was like an icy white. And as you can see, I've had those for several years now, and they're starting to yellow. So if you look at these shoes that I purchased more recently, which is my great Jordan 5s, as you can see, the bottoms of these are more like icy as what they looked when they first were manufactured. So quick comparison of the two, you can see icy, more so yellow. And the tip that I'm going to show you today is going to show you how to keep this from happening on a shoe like this. So you can prevent this to some degree. You can't prevent it from happening like 100%, but you can reduce it. You can greatly reduce this happening. So the trick that I'm going to show you is how to generally reduce this from happening. So as you can see, I have my great 5s in the box that they came in with the paper. So you're going to take the box and you're going to take the shoes out of the box. So both shoes are out of the box. You're going to take a white hand towel, and you're going to put this in the box. And what this is going to do, any moisture that's going to be getting into the box, the towel is going to absorb the moisture, and that's going to not end up on the shoe, and in turn it won't end up yellowing the shoe. So that's what we're going to do today. So I'm going to do a couple boxes to show you how easy it is, and we're just gonna keep, monitoring it over time to see if they get any worse. But there's no way to get the yellowing back out the shoe by doing this. The only way that you can get the yellowing back out of the shoe is doing the Salon Care 40 method, which is Salon Care 40 is a developer that people use on their hair to bleach their hair. So the process that you put that stuff on your hair to make your hair turn color or bleach or whatever, you can put that on the icy parts of your shoes, take them out in the sun, and the sun will eat the yellowing off, and it'll get them back close to this as possible. May not get it all the way back, but it'll get it kind of close back to that. So that's the only way that you can get them back. But the towel should be able to prevent this from turning into this, because the towel is going to take any moisture from getting into the shoe. So that's what we're going to do today. So like I said, we're going to take the box, and we're gonna take the paper out, the paper that comes in the box. We're gonna take that out, okay? Get rid of it, chuck it, it's gone. You're gonna take the towel, and you're gonna put the towel in the box, like so, okay? So then you're gonna take the shoe, and these are the shoes I'm trying to save here, because they haven't yellowed. You're gonna put them in the shoe box, and you're gonna just wrap the shoe in the towel. And then you're gonna do the same thing with the other shoe. And you're gonna wrap that as well. And as you can see, both shoes are in the box, wrapped in the towel. And then you just take the box, close it up, and this hopefully should keep these pair of grape 5s from yellowing over time. So every time I wear them, take them out the towel, take them out the box, put them on my feet. When I'm done with them, put them back in the box, wrap the towels back on them, close the lid, put them back in the closet. And these are my fire reds. And they also got a little bit of yellowing too. I've had these for a few years now, so I'm gonna do the same thing for these. So we just drop them guys in the box like so. Fold them up. Drop in there as well. Fold them up. And close them up. I'm gonna also do my UNC Jordan 1 lows as well, because I got these off of eBay and they didn't come with a lid or paper. So I'm definitely gonna do these just so I can kind of give them a little bit of a fighting chance. So towel in the box. Drop the shoes in. Fold them up. Drop the other shoe in. Fold that guy over, and at least give them somewhat of a fighting chance because they don't have a lid. And the shoes I'm wearing today are my Carmine 6s, but I actually gonna be wearing them today, so I'm not gonna put them in the box right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and prepare the box because, like I said, I'm gonna be wearing the shoes today. So when I get home from being out, I'll just wrap them in the towel. So the paper out, drop the towel in, and then when I get back from being out today, I'll just drop the shoes in the box. A quick hypothesis as to what I'm thinking is happening in a Jumpman Bostic's case, and hopefully if he sees this, he can kind of confirm if that's the case. I think Jumpman Bostic has a pretty big basement, and his basement, for all intents and purposes, I think is probably a lot cooler than the rest of his house because it's underground. I think when you keep your shoes in a dark, cool place like a basement or internal closet, they're not seeing as much UV light as they would in a closet. That's why I'm a huge advocate for never putting your shoes in those clear plastic fold down lid containers that people always have. They have all their shoes in those plastic bins, and they have them out in a closet or a room or something like that with the lights on all the time, and the UV light from the house is just eating those shoes. That's why when you go to a shoe store like a JD Sports or a Foot Locker or something like that, and you get a shoe, you're a size 9 or whatever the case may be, whatever the normal size is they put the shoes out on display for. If you're a 9 or a 9.5, that 9 that you probably are buying is probably the last shoe that they have in that size, and it's probably on display in the store somewhere, just getting hit with UV light the entire day. So when they go and get you the other shoe, the stock room, and that shoe that's been in that box all this time is a little bit darker, and the shoe they got off the display somewhere is a little bit lighter because the light's been eating for several hours a day. So if you're ever in that situation and they got one last 9 left or whatever the size is, and they say, oh, we got 1 pair left, and they have to go and get your other shoe off the display, do not buy that shoe because both of those shoes are not going to be the same. Especially if it's like a leather or a suede shoe, it's going to look a little different because the lights ate it up. So like I said, I think my hypothesis in that situation is that he's keeping his shoes in a dark, cool basement. They're wrapped in towels. They're not getting hit with UV light constantly, and he's keeping those a lot more preserved. And I think that's what's happening. So I think if it's possible, please just put your shoes in those towels and keep them somewhere in a cool, dark place. Just because if you're like me and you're just trying to preserve them as long as you possibly can, I think this is probably the best way to do that. Just because the towel will help eliminate any moisture that could possibly cause the shoe to break down over time. So that's just my tip for today. That's the tip that I would just recommend. If you are such a huge advocate for your shoes like I am, please go ahead and transfer all your shoes into towels like that. And like I said, shout out to Jumpman Bostic, because if it wasn't for him, I would have never learned this. So I'm in the process of changing all of mine out right now. I got several towels that I purchased today that I'm gonna go ahead and start changing mine over in my boxes, and then when I run out, I'll just buy some more and do the rest of them. I got like 30 to 50 pair, so it's probably gonna take me a couple days to get them all changed out, but that's the process that I'm doing today. So shout out to Jumpman Bostic, you know, OG, thank you for the tip. Like I said, I follow you on Instagram, and I greatly appreciate you sharing that piece of knowledge. But each one teach one, man, for sure. Each one teach one. Just if you got the information, you got the knowledge, please share it with other people, and that's what helps our community and stuff like that. So if you found this video informative, please like it, please share it, please subscribe if you want to. Leave a comment down if you've done this. Comment below if you are going to do it. Comment below if you've done it down at some point down the road, and you can share like what you found so far about it. Anything to help the channel grow and anything to help the community grow, I'm here for it. So thank you so much for tuning in, and have a great day.